Hello and welcome back to our series of outdoor educational videos. Today I would like to introduce you to the RSPB Big Garden Birdwatch, which is taking place between the 29th and the 31st of January, and some of the common bird species that you may see. I'll also include some tips on how to create your own nest box, clean the box, make some delicious bird food and watch for birds.
With its bright red breast, the robin is familiar throughout the year and especially at Christmas. Males and females look identical, and young birds have no red breast and are spotted with golden brown. Robin's food consists of seeds, fruits, worms, insects and other invertebrates. They sing nearly all year round, and despite their cute appearance, they are aggressively territorial and are quick to drive away intruders. Robins live across the UK in woodland, hedgerows, parks and gardens. Blackbird males live up to their name, but females are brown, often with spots and streaks on their breasts. Male blackbirds are one of the most striking garden birds with a bright orange-yellow beak and eye ring. Blackbird food mainly consists of insects and worms, but they also eat berries and fruit when in season. Blackbirds are often found everywhere from gardens and countryside right through to coasts, although not on the highest peaks. House sparrows are noisy and gregarious. Male house sparrows are streaky brown above and grey below, have chestnut wings, a black bib and a grey cap, whereas females and juveniles are a drab brown. House sparrows can be found from the centre of cities to the countryside and feed and breed near to people. It is a species vanishing from the centre of many cities, but is not uncommon in most towns and villages. The chaffinch is one of the most widespread and abundant bird in Britain and Ireland. Its patterned plumage helps it to blend in when feeding on the ground, but reveals a flash of white on the wings and outer tail feathers once it takes flight. It does not feed openly on bird feeders. It prefers to hop about under the bird table or under the hedge looking for insects and seeds. Chaffinches can be seen around the UK in woodlands, hedgerows, parks and gardens. The blue tit is a colourful little bird with a blue cap, white cheeks, black eye stripes, a greeny blue back, yellow belly and blue wings and tail. In winter, family flocks join up with other blue tits as they search for insects, caterpillars, nuts and seeds to feed upon. Blue tits are widespread and found across the whole of the UK and are common in woodland, hedgerows, parks and gardens. Great tits are the largest UK tit species. They are green and yellow with a glossy black head and white cheeks. It is a woodland bird which has readily adapted to man-made habitats to become a familiar garden visitor. It can be quite aggressive at a bird table, fighting off smaller birds. In winter it joins with blue tits and others to form roaming flocks which scour large areas for food. Great tits can be seen in woodlands, parks and gardens right across the UK. The jackdaw is a small black crow with a distinctive silvery sheen to the back of its head and noticeable pale eyes. These birds feed upon insects, young birds and eggs, seeds, fruit and scraps when available. Jackdaws can be found in woods, fields, parks and gardens. They're sociable birds and roost communally in woodlands. They're widespread and common across the UK except the Scottish Highlands. The wren is a tiny brown bird, almost rounded with a fine bill, relatively long legs and toes, very short round wings and a short narrow tail which is sometimes cocked up vertically. It is the most common UK breeding bird but suffers decline during prolonged severely cold winters. Wrens can be found across the UK in a wide range of habitats: woodland, farmland, heathland, moorland and islands, but are mostly found in deciduous woodlands. They are a regular visitor to most gardens. The dunnock is a solitary, small brown and grey bird that is quiet and unobtrusive. It is often seen on its own, creeping along the edge of a flower bed or near to a bush, often flicking its wings as it goes. When two rival males come together, they become animated with lots of wing flicking and loud calling. Dunnocks inhabit any well-vegetated areas with scrub, brambles and hedge, and feed upon worms, insects, spiders and seeds. The best place to locate a dunnock is in deciduous woodland, parks and gardens. They keep largely on the ground and often close to cover. The song thrush is a familiar and popular garden songbird whose numbers have declined on farmland and in towns and cities. The song thrush is brown above with a white belly, covered in black, drop-shaped spots. It likes to eat snails, which it breaks into by smashing them against a stone with a flick of the head, but also feeds upon worms and fruit. The song thrush can be found in woods, hedgerows, parks and gardens across the UK. There are never enough holes and hideaways where birds can shelter. Help them by making a nest box. You will need some rough-cut timber, old rubber or a hinge, 20mm nails, a saw, hammer, hand brace or drill, and a pencil, ruler and scissors. Always ask an adult to help with the tools during this project. Use the diagram shown here to mark out and saw the panels, writing the name of each panel onto the wood. You can then choose your box type, adjusting the size of the hole in the box to the species that are able to inhabit them. Once complete, the box can be assembled by nailing the panels together and fixing the roof panel to the box using a hinge or strip of old rubber. The box can then be placed in a sheltered location between 2 and 5 metres above the ground. It is important to clean and replace nest boxes each year to help protect the birds and their young from parasites. Old nests should be removed from September onwards, once the birds have stopped using the box. But it is important to check for any small mammals or birds that may use the box to hibernate or roost throughout the winter. To clean the nest boxes, you will need some gloves, hot water, a bucket, sponge and a small handful of hay or wood shavings. Whilst wearing the gloves, remove all the old nesting material from the box. There may be some unhatched eggs left in the nest which also need to be disposed of. Pour hot water over the box and scrub with a sponge to kill or remove any remaining parasites and dirt. Leave the box outside to dry thoroughly before adding clean hay or wood shavings into the bottom of the nest box. Once the new nest material is added, make sure the lid is secure and put the box back up. Another fun activity to do with the family is making your own bird cakes. You will need some good quality bird seed, raisins, peanuts, grated cheese, suet or lard, yoghurt pots, string, a mixing bowl and scissors. You start by carefully making a small hole in the bottom of a yoghurt pot. Thread string through the hole and tie a knot on the inside, but leave enough string so that you can tie the pot to a tree or your bird table. Allow the lard to warm up to room temperature, but don't melt it. Cut it up into small pieces and put it in the mixing bowl. Add the other ingredients to the bowl and mix them together with your fingertips. Keep adding ingredients and squidging it until the fat holds it all together. Fill your yoghurt pots with bird cake mixture and put them in the fridge to set for an hour or so. Once the mixture is set, you can hang your speedy bird cakes from trees or your bird table. Please be aware this is not suitable for children with nut allergies. You'll find different birds in different places, but no matter where you go, please make sure you have permission to be there and that the spot you choose is safe. Be still and be quiet. As exciting as it is to watch a blackbird bouncing around looking for worms, you'll get a better look if you're really quiet. Look all around you, on the ground, in the trees and in the sky. Another good way to spot birds is with your ears. Hearing where birds are and beginning to recognise their different calls and songs is a brilliant way to hone your bird watching skills. If you'd like to take a closer look, then binoculars are a good idea. But if you're new to them, you'll need to be patient as they take some practice. However, once you begin to get the hang of them, they're a great way to see a bird's colouring and shape close up and help you determine what you're looking at. The Big Garden Birdwatch is a great way to boost your mood in January. Everyone can take part for free, whether you're a novice birdwatcher or a seasoned pro. All you need to do is pick an hour between the 29th and the 31st of January and count the birds you see in your garden or local green space, dependent on current COVID restrictions. Once you've completed your count, you can submit your results online at rspb.org.uk/birdwatch from the 29th of January until the 19th of February. Every count is so important. If you don't see anything, please still submit your result. Finding out which birds don't visit your area is as important as understanding those which do. The RSPB website has numerous resources available, such as a printable bird ID sheet and posters to help you identify the birds during the Big Bird Watch. Thanks to people taking part in the Big Garden Bird Watch, the RSPB now have over 40 years of data, and this has helped increase our understanding of the challenges faced by wildlife. It was one of the first surveys to identify the decline of song thrushes in gardens. This species was a firm fixture in the top 10 in 1979, but by 2019 those numbers had declined by 76%, coming in at number 20. And did you know that house sparrow sightings have dropped by 53% since the first birdwatch in 1979? However, in the past 10 years, their numbers have grown by 10%, showing that we are beginning to see some signs of recovery. Results like these help us spot problems, but more importantly, they are the first step towards putting things right.